Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamascha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatari Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratushe Namo Hari Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tat Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhishya Kripa Sindhubheva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we saw chapter 13 and 14. Kshetra, Kshetragya. Kshetra is body, Kshetragya is soul and the super soul, both. Jnanam, Gyam. Jnanam is the process of knowledge. Gyam is what to be known. And Purusha and Prakriti. So Prakriti is basically, we can say Prakriti is a system or an instrument in hands of the Purusha, Krishna. And we are also Purusha, but we are not like Krishna. Krishna is different, we are different. And that we'll see today. In chapter 15, Krishna will talk about it. Purushottam Yoga. And in the 14th chapter, we saw how three modes. What are three modes? Goodness, passion, and ignorance. And how these three modes are functioning. Different results, different activities. It's how modes work. A person in mode of goodness and person in mode of passion and a person in mode of ignorance, they will all do same things, same time, same place, but result will be different. Because the way they are doing, apparently it may appear very same. It's like we use building material to build a temple, and we use the same building material to build a hotel. There's so much of difference. So apparently it may look very same, but the result is different. And then we saw how to transcend. What are the symptoms of a person who's beyond three modes? How to transcend the three modes that Krishna speaks. And then we come to chapter 15. Let's see what is chapter 15. Purushottam Yoga. So being detached from material world. So this material world, we have to become detached from material world. But what is this material world looks like? How it is? So then let's give an example. Krishna gives an example. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Urdamula Madha Shakham Ashwatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastvam Veda Saveda Ved. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its root upward and its branches down, and those leaves, and whose leaves are Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of Vedas. So let us talk about this tree. Then the branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by three modes of material nature. The twigs are the object of the senses. The tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. Dridena is determination. Shastrena, shastra, weapon of detachment. Asanga, yeah, just making it cut down the strongly rooted tree. Chitva, cut down. And then it will become asanga. Asanga shastrena, this weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns. And there, surrender to that Supreme Personal Godhead from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. Now, have you seen a tree which is upside down? Generally, the tree is like the roots are down, and then it goes the trunk, and then branches, sub branches, and then the foliage, the leaves, the fruits, the flowers. But here Krishna is talking, there is this material world is a tree which is upside down. The roots are upwards, and the trunk is going down, and the leaves spreading everywhere. So, one second. So then, where do you see such a tree? So when you go near a water body, ocean or river or a lake, you see the tree is upside down. The image of the tree, the reflection of the tree you can see. It's not the original tree. So if there is original tree, and if you see in the water body, down you see what? The upside down tree. Actually, that is not the original tree. It is only a reflection. So that means Krishna is telling this material world is like a tree. And it is upside down. That means it's a reflection of the tree. So where is the original tree? It is above in the spiritual world. So spiritual world is like the original tree, and material world is just a reflection. It's a perverted reflection. Even the reflection is not very good. So that's what you see in this material world. So that is the tree Krishna is talking about, and how it entangles through the various karmas. We perform karma in different modes, and then we get entangled. So if we want to, go outside the bondage of this tree and go to spiritual world, we have to cut down this tree. Chitwa, cut down this tree by the weapon of detachment. Asanga shastrena. Asanga shastrena, dridena chitwa. Dridena is with determination. So any one of you who feel that I'm not happy in this world, you are correct. It's a great fortune to understand that you are not happy in this world. Many people don't understand. They think, I've tried maybe this way, I'll try other way. To become happy, people are doing anything and everything. If someone is convinced that there is no happiness in this material world, then he is known as intelligent person. He is intelligent person. Any one of us who are trying to become happy in this world, that means we are not intelligent. Because Krishna is saying, this material world, there is no happiness. I mean, if you go to a medical shop and say that, give me one shoe, a leather shoe, size 8, brand Hush Puppies. Then medical store, this person will say, Prabhu, this is a medical store. Can you not see? Did you not see the board outside? Okay, if you have not seen the board outside, see all medicines. And I'm telling you, we don't keep shoes, they're only medicine. And you say, no, I have come here, I want medicine. I want shoes. Doesn't matter whatever you're saying. I have come here, that means I want shoes. Then medical person will try to, 2-3 times explain you, but you're like, no, I want. Okay. You want a leather shoe? Size 8? Wait. Come inside, sit, have a seat. And this medical person, even the proprietor of the shop, he will remove his shoes and start beating you. You want shoes? Huh? Take the shoes. So that is what is happening. So when we were entering this planet, this universe, outside it was written, Dukkhalayama Shashvatam, big, huge glow sign board. But we did not read it. We just ignored, or we decided to ignore it. So then after you came here to this world, then you realize you have been told, no, this is Dukkhalaya, you don't believe it. Then Maya gives you beating. Still after that, if you don't realize, you're not intelligent. If this person is beaten up and still he says, no, I want shoes, I will buy shoes from here only. I can pay 3 times the amount, but I want the shoes. So there are people who have money. Oh, I can pay millions and billions and trillions and zillions of dollars. I want happiness. No, sir. Happiness not there. No happiness stock in this world. So that is why intelligent people, they just want one who wants real happiness. He will leave this world and go to spiritual world. And how can you reach there? By chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, by reading Bhagavad Gita, by associating with devotees. By the process of bhakti, you will attain spiritual world. And there you will get real happiness. Unending happiness, eternal happiness, spiritual happiness. So that is how it works. What happens now? There's an example. All of you would have gone to theater sometime or the other, cinema theater. You know what they do? They switch off all the lights. There's complete darkness. And only light coming is from the projection, where the movie is getting projected. So everything is dark and you are shown that this is the reality. And you are convinced. Similarly, in the material world, the illusion, the modes keeps us in darkness, in illusion. And there are other people who are increasing this darkness. Even if devotees, so you're sitting in a dark and whatever is shown, it's fake. But they show it, it's as a real movie. You consider this movie as a real. So in the material world also, Maya is creating darkness. The modes are creating darkness within and without. And then you are shown the picture that material world can be happy. And then devotee try to come inside and remove the darkness. But there are so many materialistic people with different products of enjoyment, with different companies, different brands, and they try to say devotee, they try to uh, remove devotees from the scene, push devotees outside, and bring again the darkness. So it's not easy to preach in this world. It's difficult. There are so many people opposing. Nonetheless, by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, the movement is still going on. But you are kept in the darkness. So that is how the material world is, how the tree is. Okay. Now let us go. Krishna will talk in the entire Bhagavad Gita. Is the only place where Krishna is talking about spiritual world, giving a little glimpse is this section. न तद्भास्यते सूर्यो न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. That supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by the fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. This is the only place Krishna is talking about spiritual world. See, sometimes people, because of the darkness created by Maya, they ask, where in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is saying that you have to do this? Right? Someone asked me, where in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says you have to become brahmachari? Bhagavad Gita is a principle. There are more details in other books like Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam talks about, Lord Brahma is talking about so much detail of the spiritual world. Now someone will say, where in Bhagavad Gita it is said about spiritual world? Only one shloka, but detail is there in Bhagavatam. Arjuna had only so much time. So whatever Krishna can fit in his plate. Sometimes these when we serve prasadam, programs are there, feast is there. So we serve prasadam. And now our families come. So husband comes, he takes the plate and he goes. The wife comes, he takes the plate, we give prasadam, she goes. And then the son comes, 10-year-old, she also can eat good amount, so he takes the plate. And then there's a daughter, she's 3 years old. So mother said, you come and eat with me. No, I will have my own plate. I will take my own prasad. Okay. Then she comes, she can barely, manage to get into the queue. And she says, Prabhuji, prasad, puri chahiye, puri. Okay. Then how many puris shall I give him? 4. How many dal shall I give him? This much. How many jalebis shall I give? 10? No. Even the capacity is less, so we will give less. Sometimes you have to take in the hand. So, sometimes these babies, they're like hardly 1 year old, and they're in the lap of mother or father, and they say, Prabhuji Prasad. And then you try to give, how much you can give? Such tiny hands. And whatever you put, they cannot even handle it. So different places, different things are given. Whatever you can handle. Arjuna, even though Arjuna is most capable, it's not about capability. But time was not there with Arjuna. When you are rushing to office, even though your wife has prepared very nice breakfast, so many varieties, 4-course breakfast and juice and milk and whatever, you don't have time. Then you just take one slice of bread or one paratha, roll it up, out. Even though prasadam is there, you have the capacity to eat, you are hungry, but there's no time. So Arjuna had only very little time. So people have to be intelligent to understand that. So for spiritual world, more detail is given in Bhagavatam in the 3rd canto. Then you see in 10th canto, so much detail is given. So details are given. Here only one shloka Krishna gives a glimpse for all of us. And Prabhupada writes in the purport, by reading this information, one must be captivated When you heard this, that supreme abode of mind is not illuminated by sun or by moon, by fire or by electricity. Anyone who reaches there will not come back to this Dukkhalaya. You should be thrilled, you should be captivated. Wow, I want to go there. That is the place. My grandmother used to sing this song. What song? Not my grandmother, I'm just saying someone. What is the song? What is the song? I forgot. लेके चलो तुझे ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले. किधर मिलेगा? इस वर्ल्ड में? You're an illusion. You're an illusion. But ऐसा गगन कहाँ पे है? Spiritual sky. That is a गगन, spiritual sky. जहाँ पे गम भी नहीं, आंसू भी नहीं. Yes, there's no problem, no miseries. बस प्यार ही प्यार पले. Only Krishna प्रेम. Krishna loves his devotees and devotees love Krishna. Prabhupada explains, when Krishna sees his cowherd boys or cowherd girls, then Krishna becomes happy and his beauty increases. Seeing his beauty, seeing Krishna, the other devotees, they become happy and their beauty increases. And seeing their beauty increases, Krishna becomes more happy and Krishna's beauty increases. And then they see, and it keeps on going. Unending. This is called unending happiness. Both parties just want to serve each other, love each other. So song was written here, but the place is not in this material world. You will not be able to. That's why when Ranjay Prabhu, he asked yesterday, tell me something about Golok Vrindavan. I said, look for the Google map. But Google map, if you write Golok Vrindavan, maybe some society somewhere which is named as Vrindavan or Golok Vrindavan. It's beyond the range of Google. So that is how the spiritual world is. Krishna is inviting every one of us to come there. Then Krishna says, why you should come there? Mamevamsho jivaloke jiva bhuta sanatana manah shashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts due to the condition. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with 6 senses, which include the mind. You know this painting? When you see this painting or this painting, Prabhupada said these paintings are windows to spiritual world. These are not ordinary paintings. They're not ordinary paintings. Prabhupada have described in his words to devotees, like devotees would sit and Prabhupada said, and they would ask, Prabhupada, you want us to paint Krishna? You want us to paint Radharani? You want us to paint cowherd boys, the cows, Yamuna? Tell us more. And then Prabhupada will sit and go in deep meditation, close his eyes, because Prabhupada has come from Golok Vrindavan. So he's seeing everything. And then he narrates. And he empowers his disciples. And disciples, they paint. That's why such beautiful paintings. They are, Prabhupada said, these paintings, when he saw, Prabhupada said, these paintings are windows to the spiritual world. Suppose you have done such a crime that you are put inside the jail, not ordinary jail. There's the highest intensity of crime you have committed. So the jail will be very pathetic. Everything is a dark, dingy room. Nothing visible. Everywhere, just iron plates, There's a door. Then you come inside, it's closed, iron plate. This side iron plate, this side iron plate, this side iron plate, top is iron, nothing. No light. There are people who are punished like that. There are jails when people are punished, they get a room which is 2 feet in height. You can only sit like this. But 24 hours you have to sit like this. You should never, such a horrible punishment people give these days. Should not be given. Such horrible. But after that also people are same. So if there's complete dark room, and then somewhere early in the morning, 8 o'clock, there's a small window opens, like this much window opens, and then you see outside, because this your cell, your prison cell is in the extreme end of the jail. Outside it opens, and you see beautiful village, huh? Beautiful fields, cows grazing, boys playing, nice, beautiful, colorful, houses painted. So amazed. So when you see these paintings, especially paintings in ISKCON, because even paintings have to be authorized, na, in Parampara. So when you look at them, you see this is spiritual world. So why should we go? Because we are fragmental part of Krishna eternally. How this transfer happens? The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another. The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind, thus enjoys a particular sense of said objects. This is how the body changes, different species. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature, but one whose eyes are trained in this knowledge can see all this. I have got this human form of body. So my ears, my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my teeth, my tongue, everything looks like human. And then mind is controlling this human-like senses, and then because of some crime, I have received, suppose, a body of a pig. Now, if I tell any one of you, I will give you 2,000 rupees every day. You have to go and sniff and taste and tell me how the gutters, every different gutter, different forms of excretas, you have to smell and then give the report. I'm sure people won't take up this job. They won't like it. But a pig likes, a dog likes. If someone is given 5,000 rupees per day and then he is served excreta to eat, will you want? What is the use of 5,000 if I have to eat excreta of a pig? But dog eats, pig eats. Why? Because he has got that kind of body. His senses are different. The eyes of eagle are different. The ear of deer is different. So as you change the body, everything changes. But the conditioning remains. The mind is still controlling. Now, Krishna is the maintainer of everything. How Krishna maintains? So Krishna says, Yad aditya gatam tejo jagat bhasyate akhilam yat chandramasi yat chagnau tat tejo vidhimamakam. The splendor of the sun which dissipates the darkness of this whole world comes from me, and the splendor of the moon and splendor of the fire. Similar, Rasoam apsu ganteya prabhasmi shashi surayo. Same point. Shashi is Chandra, Surayo is Surya. And there also Krishna says, I am the Tej of Agni. He is just repeating for our benefit. How these planets are, just hanging in the sky. There should be some connection. So Krishna says, I enter into each planet and by my energy they stay in the orbit. Otherwise they'll fall down. I become the moon and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables. Moonlight is very important for vegetables. The taste in vegetables and fruits is because of the moonlight. The sunlight gives them different kind of nutrition, but moonlight gives the taste in the vegetable. Sometime you should try. Nowadays, all chemicals, genetically modified vegetables, and people add so many masalas, so many spices, and not to original spices. So recently I was in Vrindavan, and I, I got an opportunity to eat something from a Brajavasi in his house, and amazing. All his spices were not only handmade, no grinder they used, but like everything was amazing. So much taste. Every spice was differently tasting, and the vegetables amazing taste. Nowadays, what we do in cities, you bring the vegetable. First of all, these are GM, genetically modified. They don't have any taste. One devotee showed me. He's a farmer. He showed me, see, small, this, what do you call, Loki. So then he said, Prabhu, see how this will change. Small, like this size. And they are kept everywhere in the room. And then every one of the peas is inserted some medicine. And yeah, bottle guard. So then every of the bottle guard piece is inserted some chemical. And next day morning, they become like huge. Without sunlight, without moonlight, the man has achieved what even Krishna couldn't do. That is why man foolishly is trying to compete with Krishna. Well, such a small vegetable and in one night becomes like this. I saw another video someone sent me. All rotten vegetables, green leafy vegetables. All rotten. And then they are soaked in some liquid, red color liquid, and then all becomes fresh, green leafy vegetables, so fresh, and you will purchase it. Wow, it has just come from the farm. Bhaiya, 2 kilo extra de do. And all the farmers, they spray wine over coriander leaves, and they spray fish bone powder over the tomatoes to become red. Lal tomato chahiye, lal tomato. So it is because of fish bone powder. How many of you have in your kitchen fish bone powder? No? You people are in illusion. Everyone in the world is using, only you are not using. So this is how they do, and there's no taste. If you really want to know the taste of vegetable, don't add anything. So these kind of cooking is happening. You bring all the vegetables, then you chop them off and put it on the fire, and then you add some refined oil, which itself is a disease, and then you add some MDH masala, and then sabji is ready. Wow. This flavor is all artificial. If you want to really taste the vegetable, bring the vegetable, eat it raw, or sometimes just put it, in the steam it, and don't add anything and eat. Then you will know whether the vegetable has taste or not. But nowadays, hardly organic vegetable. Now, in the name of organic, also in India, people are cheating. You go and buy organic dal. That is not organic dal, selling in the name of organic dal. And this gives a golden opportunity to all these so-called businessmen to earn more. Normal dal, 100 rupees kilo. Organic dal, 200 rupees kilo. So they'll take the normal dal, put the sticker organic dal. And they are good for them. So this is everywhere. That's why in our farm, we have a farm in outskirts of Bombay. We grow vegetables, but we use it for Krishna's service and devotees. But sometimes we get more vegetables. So what to do? So we bring it in the temple. In temple, we have like many stalls, like, bakery, sweet stall. People eat dosa, pani puri, all that. And we put a stall there, vegetables. So everyone knows scone will not, scone will get the best of the And like in 15 minutes, gone. We just set up a table and put all the vegetables in 15 minutes, everything is sold out. People, they just run because they know this is organic. This is real organic. We don't add any fertilizers. We don't, add any chemicals or spray anything. No pesticide. It's just organic. So this is Krishna saying, I am the source of taste in the vegetable. Then, what Krishna says? I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the four kind of foodstuffs. So Krishna is digesting Jatragni. Krishna is digesting. He is a fire of digestion, and he is digesting the food in our body. And someday Krishna does not want to digest, then you suffer from indigestion. What are four kinds of food? You can see there is milk. So there is liquid. There is ice cream, which is licked. The food which are to be licked. And then there you see chapatis, solid food, which you can eat. And then you can see sugar cane. They are sucked. So four different varieties of food stuff. Now Krishna speaks very interesting verse. Sarvasya chaham vidhi sannivishto mattah smritirjnanam apohanam cha vedasya sarve rahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda videva chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Smritirjnanam apohanam cha. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of Vedas. So Krishna is knower of Vedas, he is compiler of Vedas, and when you study Veda, what you understand is Krishna. Krishna is seated in everyone's heart, and Krishna only gives Smriti, Jnanam, Apohanam, remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. If you want to enjoy separately from Krishna, Krishna will give you forgetfulness. Okay, you forget about me, go and enjoy. If you want to be with Krishna, turn towards Krishna, then Krishna will give you jnana, knowledge, and remembrance. Then we go ahead, the summary of Vedanta Sutra in these 5 verses. There are, so Krishna is talking about, this chapter is known as Purushottama Yoga. So Krishna is talking about Purushottama. There are 2 classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible. We all are fallible. Fallible means we have fallen down. And in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. But Uttama Purushastvanya Paramatmeti Udharata Yolo Katrayam Avishya Bhivarti Abhyaishwara. Beside these 2, there's a greatest living personality, the supreme soul, the imperishable Lord himself, who has entered the 3 worlds and is maintaining them. So this Purusha is different. So you see the difference between Atma and Paramatma. In the above verse is Atma, and below it's Paramatma. Because I am transcendental beyond both fallible and infallible. Because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as the supreme person. Pratitaha Purushottamaha. Yo mam evam asammuda janati Purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajate mam sarva bhavena bharata. Whoever knows me as the supreme personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. Now, very interesting. This is the most confidential part of Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. So Krishna is the supreme Lord. This is very confidential, not given in, it's given in scriptures, but it's confidential, it's covered. Every one of us know that Krishna is supreme Lord. How come Yashoda is not taking Krishna as supreme Lord? Nanda Baba, all the cowherd boys, cowherd girls, they don't take Krishna as supreme. They consider Ram as supreme. Ram is God, but you are not God. Why? Because till that time, what? There were so many literature, so many books, Vedas everywhere where it is said Krishna is God. But why it is covered? The name of Yashoda is mentioned, the name of Rohini is mentioned, Balaram is mentioned, Nand Baba is mentioned, all the gopis, Srimati Radharani, everything is mentioned. How come then they did not know? Because Krishna covers these books. And after Krishna left, after his pastime, they were revealed. In every literature, in scriptures, it is mentioned about Lord Chaitanya. But why it is not revealed? Because Lord Chaitanya covered it. He says, when I will come, I will perform my pastimes, then I will go, then it will be revealed. So you should know who is Chaitanya, who is Nityananda. Very soon we are going to celebrate on 14th February. We are going to celebrate, not Valentine's Day, Nityananda Trayodashi, the appearance of Lord Nityananda. And then on 18th March, the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. You should know about Nityananda and Chaitanya. They are Krishna and Balaram. So after this, Krishna talks about two kinds of personalities. One is transcendental and one is demoniac qualities. So then Krishna talks about, okay, let me take you through what are the, so there are Devi Prakriti and Asuri Prakriti. Devi Prakriti is transcendental, Dibya. All the devotees have Devi Prakriti. They are under Devi Prakriti and they have all these transcendental qualities. And people who are not devotees, they have these Asuric or demoniac qualities. So, let me take you through there. These qualities. 26 qualities. So these are divine qualities, transcendental qualities, fearlessness, and which Varna or ashram it emphasizes, and what is the comment? What is fearlessness? Complete dependence on Supreme Lord. Convinced that Paramatma will give him protection. Purification of one's existence, strictly following the rules and regulations. Cultivation of knowledge, must cultivate and give transcendental knowledge, especially to householders. Charity, self-control, sacrifice, Vedic study, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, and so on and so forth. 16th chapter, text number 1, 2, and 3. This talks about these qualities. So please read it. I mean, I won't be able to take you through all the qualities. Someday we should have, series of lectures only on qualities. There were qualities in 12th chapter, there were qualities in 13th chapter, there were qualities in 16th chapter. So many wonderful qualities. And in the second chapter, out of 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita, 700 shlokas, Krishna spoke 576. Dhritarashtra spoke 1, Arjuna spoke around 80 something, and some was by Sanjay. So, out of 576, in 175 verses, Krishna is talking about 1/3. Krishna is talking about the qualities. So out of 576, 33%, which is 1/3, 175 shlokas, Krishna speaks, he talks about the qualities. So very important, these qualities. So we should know what are these qualities. So let us proceed, because I said that we will not have time. So these are qualities, and then Arjuna is a little scared. And then Krishna talks about demoniac qualities, some sample. And then he assured Arjuna that, Arjuna, You Pandavas are having transcendental quality. You are not affected by the demonic quality. Now let us see demonic quality. This is more important for all of us because somehow we are in that category. Demoniac nature. Krishna says, Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidura suraha na shaucham na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. So all these demoniac people, they are very confused. Confusion is a quality of demoniac people. So Arjuna was also confused. Yes. So that is why Krishna has to purify him. The quality of ignorance, no knowledge. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha. They do not know what is to be done, what is not to be done. That's confusion. Almost every one of us are afflicted by the lower modes and we are confused. Then he says, they say, demoniac people, they say this world is unreal with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no other cause other than lust. No God, now stop worrying and enjoy your life. People want to enjoy. They don't want to, be responsible for their own karma. So that is why they say there is no God. But you foolish people, how can you say there is no God? Who's taking care of the entire universe? Your father? Yes, your father. But their father is Krishna. So one reporter came to Prabhupada and he said, how can you say Krishna is there? Suppose, Swamiji, you are practicing bhakti and at the end of the life, after you die, you come to know there is no Krishna. Then what? And Prabhupada said, I am living my life very nicely. We are eating healthy food, we have a good lifestyle, we are living knowledge, we are happy. And even if I die, when I die, even if I come to know there is no Krishna, my life is good. You are living life hellish, doing all sinful activities. After you die, if you come to know Krishna exists, then what? Let me explain in Hindi because this is an interesting point. So that some of you couldn't understand completely. So प्रभुपाद जी के पास अमेरिका में एक रिपोर्टर आया, उन्होंने कहा कि स्वामी जी आप प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, आप अध्ययन कर रहे हैं भक्ति का, आपको जीवन के बाद पता पड़े कि भगवान है ही नहीं, कृष्ण है ही नहीं, तो क्या होगा? प्रभुपाद बोले तो क्या होगा, कोई गलत थोड़ी है, हम अच्छा खा रहे हैं, अच्छा सो रहे हैं, अच्छा पी रहे हैं, अच्छा तो हमारा जीवन है, अच्छे कपड़े पहन रहे हैं, अच्छा हेल्दी हैप्पी जी रहे हैं, तो हम तो अच्छे हैं। अगर कृष्ण नहीं भी हैं तो नो प्रॉब्लम, हमारा जीवन अच्छा है। लेकिन तुम, फिर प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं रिपोर्टर को, तुम जो नरक जैसा जीवन जी रहे हो, असुर के जैसा जीवन जी रहे हो, शराब पी रहे हो, जुआ खेल रहे हो, सब गड़बड़ काम कर रहे हो, कोई नियम कानून पालन नहीं कर रहे हो, कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे हो, अगर तुम्हारी मृत्यु के बाद तुमको पता पड़ा कि कृष्ण है, तब क्या होगा बेटा तेरा? तब तो धुलाई है, तब तो पूरा ड्राई क्लीनिंग होगा। So devotees are happy in all the situations. So these foolish people, they say there is no God because they want to enjoy. Then they say, following such conclusion, because there is no God, the demoniac who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible work meant to destroy the work. Ugra karma. You see how, whether the bombs or the factories, it's just destroying. Such beautiful atmosphere we're destroying with all these factories. Very unfortunate. Then they believe that to gratify sense is the prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, until the end of their life, their anxiety is immeasurable. Bound by the network of hundreds of thousands of desires and absorbed in lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means of sense for sense gratification. These are all qualities you should read. Very interesting. Very interesting. Please hear this. The demoniac person thinks, so much wealth do I have today. I will gain more according to my schemes. मेरे पास इतना पैसा है, मैं और कमाऊंगा. So much is mine and it will increase in future more and more. अभी मेरे पास इतना पैसा है, मुझे और मिलने वाला है. He is my enemy and I have killed them and my other enemies will also be killed. ये मेरा शत्रु है, मैंने इसको मार डाला, और भी जितने मेरे शत्रु हैं मार दिए जाएंगे. I am the Lord of everything. I am enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, happy. मैं ही भगवान हूं, मैं ही ईश्वर हूं, मैं ही भोगता हूं. ईश्वरो अहम अहम भोगी सिद्धो हम बलवान सुखी. ईश्वरो अहम अहम भोगी. तो पता पड़ेगा. Just wait and watch. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is no one powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Iti ajnana vimohitaha. But one thing is good. Na? These demoniac people, they say, I give charity and I perform sacrifice. Remember this. We'll discuss in 18th chapter tomorrow. This is for some show that they are doing. Then what happens? Bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger, the demons become envious of Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in their own bodies and in the bodies of others, blaspheme against the real religion. There is Shishupal. How Krishna killed Shishupal? Because Shishupal was envious. People become envious of God. अरे कृष्ण तुम्हारे हृदय में रह रहे, तुम उनसे ईर्ष्या करके तुम किधर जाएगा? कौन सा सुख मिलने वाला है? But because of अहंकार. So what happens when people are on the path of this demoniac path? Those who are envious and mischievous, जो भगवान से द्वेष करते हैं, who are lowest among the men, Naradhama, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence of various demonic species. मैं उनको नरक में डाल देता हूँ. इस भौतिक संसार के नरक में अलग अलग वो शरीर में सड़ते रहते हैं. Then attaining repeated birth among the species of demoniac life, O son of Kunti, such person can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. अधम गति को प्राप्त करते हैं ऐसे लोग. आसुरी लोग नीचे जाते 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 अधोगति को प्राप्त करते हैं और कभी मेरे पास नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे. आपको पता है यहाँ कुत्ते का फोटो क्यों दिया है? बेचारा बीमार कुत्ता है. क्योंकि सारे जीव जंतुओं में सबसे नीच माना गया है कुत्ता. शास्त्रों के हिसाब से सबसे नीच माना गया है कुत्ता. और असुरी प्रवृत्ति बढ़ रही है दुनिया में. इससे कैसे पता पड़ता है? People are having dogs in their house, in their bedroom. Someone sent me a video where a person is kissing the dog in its mouth. तो कुत्ता कहाँ कहाँ मुंह लगाता है और तुम उसको मुंह लगाते हो. You are worse than a dog. इसीलिए चंडाल is lowest among the mankind. Naradhama, one who eats dogs is चंडाल. कुत्ता खाने वाले को चंडाल बोलते हैं. कुत्ता कौन खाता है? You go to Nagaland, you will find out. You go to Taiwan, you go to China is a special country on this planet. Very beautiful country, very beautiful atmosphere. But people, they eat everything and anything. They eat human beings also. So lowest among the mankind, lowest among the species will suffer. Then there are 3 gates leading to this hell. Lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give up these, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Okay. Now, very interesting. These two verses. So till now, we discussed, these are two small chapters. 15th is one of the smallest chapter, 12th and 15, 20 verses, and this is 24. And that's why we could, reach the end of the chapter. This little bit remaining. 8:30 we are reaching. So now these two verses Krishna speak very interesting thing. Just have a look. यह शास्त्र विधिमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखम न पराम गतिम. He who discards spiritual injunctions and acts according to his own whims attain neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. One who discards Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all this Vedic literature, यह शास्त्र विधिमुत्सृज्य, छोड़ दिया, वर्तते कामकारतः, he is engaged in activities according to his own whims and fancies. Na sa siddhim avapnoti, he will never attain perfection. Na sukham, no happiness. Na param gatim, no supreme destination. He will only suffer in this world, only suffer. Because he has rejected the scriptures. Anyone who rejects the scriptures, he can never be happy. So then what shall I do? Then Krishna speaks, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vyavasthitau Yatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartum Iharasi. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulation, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So that is why we should never reject scriptures. We should live our life completely based on Bhagavad Gita. Then only we will attain happiness, we will attain the supreme destination, and we will attain perfection. If we reject these scriptures, there are many people in world and also in India. They say, I don't want to follow Bhagavad Gita. I don't want to follow this. I don't follow that. Okay. Go ahead and suffer. There is no other way. Krishna will very nicely. What can Krishna do? Don't become envious of Krishna. It's not Krishna who's making you suffer. You select it. If the railway government is saying don't travel without proper ticket, person who's traveling without proper ticket will be punished. If you travel without ticket, then you will be punished. What can be done? What can government do? So Krishna is telling you, follow scriptures and you will be happy. But you don't want to follow. Then what can be done? So that is how this demoniac and the divine personalities act. So the divine personalities, they follow scriptures, the demoniac, they do not. Okay. Let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for a few minutes and then we'll take question answers. Now I will introduce a different mantra. Before chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we should chant this mantra once. So you all recite after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So this is called as Pancha Tattva Mantra. All five personalities. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. These five personalities. Krishna Chaitanya is Krishna himself. Nityananda is Balaram. Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu. And Gadadhar is Srimati Radharani. and Shrivas is Narada Muni. So these are these are five fathers of the Sankirtana movement. So every time you chant Hare Krishna mantra, one round before that you should chant this mantra, and then again chant this mantra, and then go to another round. Okay, so let us start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'll put myself on the mute, and you should all hear your own chanting. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। यस, क्वेश्चंस।
Shruti Mataji, kindly unmute.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
मेरे दो सवाल थे। पहला सवाल ऐसा था कि हमेशा हमारे साथ ऐसा होता है कि जो हमारे हम जिनको पहचानते हैं वो कभी कभी हमारा मन आहत करते हैं या फिर हमें दुख देते हैं, दुख पहुंचाते हैं। तो मुझे ये पता है कि हमें उनके बारे में कुछ बुरा नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि उनका ऐसा हो वैसा हो, ये बुरी बात होती है। हमेशा सबके बारे में अच्छा सोचना चाहिए। लेकिन क्या हमें सिर्फ डिस्कस नहीं कर सकते कि उसने मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों किया, ये कहना भी क्या बुरी बात होती है? मतलब कभी कभी हम घर वालों को बताते हैं कि उसने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया, उसने मेरे साथ वैसा किया। क्या सिर्फ डिस्कस करना भी गलत होता है क्या उस व्यक्ति के लिए? और दूसरा सवाल ये था, पता नहीं ये सवाल उचित है कि नहीं, लेकिन बचपन से हमें इतना ये बताया जाता है कि हमें पूरे वस्त्र पहनना चाहिए, हमारा पूरा शरीर ढकना चाहिए, वो हमारे लिए अच्छा रहता है, चरित्र के लिए अच्छा रहता है। तो उसके पीछे क्या ज्ञान है? ये दो सवाल थे मेरे।
तो पहला आपका प्रश्न है कि हमारे अपने ही हमें दुख देते हैं, पराये दुख दे भी नहीं सकते। मैंने कल कहा था, क्योंकि हमारे अपने कौन है? जिनके साथ हमारा पुराना हिसाब किताब बाकी है, अच्छा चाहे बुरा, वही हमारे अपने बनते हैं। अब उसके बारे में किसी से डिस्कस करना है। अब आपने किसी से डिस्कस किया होगा, आपने किसी के साथ डिस्कस किया होगा, किसी ने बोल दिया होगा। क्या है, लोग आजकल सुनना भी नहीं चाहते, सॉल्यूशन भी नहीं। अरे मत बोलो ऐसा, दूसरे के बारे में बोलने से बुरा होता है, तुम अच्छी हो वो बुरा है, छोड़ दो, जाने दो, क्या करेंगे? यस, हमारे साथ बुरा हुआ है तो हमें भी लगता है कहीं ना कहीं किसी के साथ तो मैं अपना हृदय खोलूं, लेकिन दूसरा व्यक्ति समझ नहीं पाएगा। तो फिर आपको ऐसा कोई ढूंढना चाहिए जो आप, जिससे आप अपनी बात कहें, वो सामने वाला सुने, है ना? गलत नहीं है, क्योंकि आप निंदा नहीं कर रहे हैं, बुरा नहीं सोच रहे हैं, लेकिन कोई आपको दुख देता है तो इमोशनल हर्ट होता है, तो इसलिए इमोशनल आउटबर्स्ट करना बहुत जरूरी है, नहीं तो वो फिर अंदर रह जाएगा तो तकलीफ देगा। तो इट्स एन इमोशनल आउटबर्स्ट। दूसरा आपका प्रश्न है कि कपड़े क्यों शरीर ढकने के लिए पहनना चाहिए। तो क्यों शरीर को दिखाना है, बताइए? आप बोल रहे हैं कि क्यों कपड़े ऐसे ढकना पहनना चाहिए जिससे शरीर ढके, तो आप शरीर दिखाना क्यों चाहते हैं? क्या कारण है? थोड़ा विचार कीजिए। शरीर दिखा के हम दूसरे व्यक्ति को अपनी ओर आकर्षित करते हैं, यही समाज में चल रहा है। क्यों हम अपनी ओर आकर्षित करना चाहते हैं? अहंकार है हमारा। सभी को कृष्ण की तरफ आकर्षित होना चाहिए, और शरीर की तरफ क्या आकर्षित करना? शरीर आज है, कल तो मृत्यु हो जाएगी। प्रभुपाद जी एक स्टोरी सुनाते थे कि एक राजकुमार था, वो एक राजकुमारी के प्रति आसक्त हो गया, उसकी सुंदरता के प्रति। और इस राजकुमार ने कहा, मुझे तुमसे विवाह करने, तुम विवाह करो, नहीं करोगी तो मैं अपने सेना लेके आऊंगा राज्य की, और तुम्हारे पूरे राज्य को खत्म कर दूंगा। तो ये राज्य इसका पावरफुल था, तो मना भी नहीं कर सकती थी। तो राजकुमारी ने कहा, एक काम करो, 15 दिन बाद आओ, उसके बाद मैं तुम्हारी। तो 15 दिन बाद आया ये, और राजकुमारी ने दरवाजा खोला। तो ओ आदमी ने देखा राजकुमार ने, कौन है? बोले, अरे नौकरानी, जा राजकुमारी को बुला के लाओ। बोले, मैं ही राजकुमारी। अरे तुम? अरे वो कितनी जवान थी, कितनी सुंदर थी, तुम बुढ़ी जैसी दिख रही हो, तुम्हारा चेहरा पूरा देखो, शरीर क्या हालत हो गई, तुम कैसी राजकुमारी? बोले, मैंने अपने सुंदरता को अपने से अलग कर दिया है, तो तुम सुंदरता ले जाओ, दिखाओ दिखाओ। तो राजकुमारी ने क्या किया था, 15 दिन जुलाब की गोलियां खाई थी, और उल्टी की गोलियां खाई, तो बहुत उल्टी हुआ। तो जो उल्टी हो रहा था उसको बढ़िया मसाले को एक अचार के मटके में बंद करके रख दिया, और जो जुलाब हो रहा था उसको भी मटके में रख दिया। 15 दिन बाद सोचिए कितना और उसका टेस्ट बढ़ गया होगा, फ्लेवर बढ़ गया होगा, अरोमा बढ़ गया होगा। तो ये मटके बंद थे। राजकुमार को बोला खोल के देख लो, खोल के देखा तो उसको ऐसा बदबू आया, वो भी उल्टी कर दिया, भाग गया उधर से। तो शरीर की सुंदरता सिर्फ इतनी ही है। अगर किसी को आकर्षित करना है तो कृष्ण की ओर आकर्षित करना चाहिए। तो इसीलिए जो कपड़े बने हैं वो पशुओं के लिए नहीं बने हैं, कोई पशु कपड़े नहीं पहनता। हाँ आजकल है कि कुत्ते को कपड़ा पहना देते हैं, खुद पहने ना पहने कुत्ते को जरूर पहना देते हैं। हमने देखा लोग छोटा छोटा कपड़ा पहनेंगे लेकिन कुत्ते को एकदम अच्छा अच्छा कपड़ा पहनाएंगे। हाँ? उस दिन तो मैं कहीं पे देखा, एक 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 लड़का कुत्ते को ले जा रहा था और कुत्ते ने भी शॉर्ट्स पहने हुए थे, लड़का भी शॉर्ट्स पहना हुआ था और मॉर्निंग वॉक पे जा रहा था। कुत्ते को भाई आजकल हाफ पैंट पहनाने लग गए, कल कुत्ते को मिनी स्कर्ट पहना देंगे, क्या भरोसा है इन लोग का। बोले हम मिनी स्कर्ट पहन रहे, कुत्ता को कपड़ा पूरा पहनेगा। तो शरीर मनुष्य के लिए, क्योंकि वह बुद्धिमान है, वो शरीर को ढकना चाहता है, क्योंकि ये शरीर सिर्फ कृष्ण की सेवा के लिए, पब्लिक एक्सपोजर के लिए नहीं है ये शरीर। तो इसीलिए कपड़े ऐसे पहनते हैं जैसे शरीर ढक जाए। बड़ा सिंपल सी बात है। ठीक है, मैं आपका सेकंड क्वेश्चन इतना समझ पाया, मैंने आंसर दिया।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण।
प्रभु जैसे कि अभी कृष्ण ने बोला कि जो आसुरी प्रवृत्ति के जो लोग होते हैं वो हमेशा नरकों में वास करते हैं, वो कभी भगवान की ओर नहीं जा पाते, मतलब वो कभी भगवान को नहीं पहुंचते। तो क्या वो हमेशा ही यहीं पड़े
नहीं
रहेंगे या कभी उनका ऐसा समय आएगा?
नहीं, हमेशा वहां नहीं रहेंगे। कभी आप भी वहां थे, मैं भी वहां पे था। भगवान बोलते थे भगाओ इसको, लेकिन भगवान के जो भक्त होते हैं ना, वैष्णव, वे जाते हैं। कभी कभी पापा गुस्सा कर देते हैं बच्चे के ऊपर, लेकिन मम्मी कैसे बचा लेती है, या बड़ा भाई बड़ी बहन बचा लेती है। तो ऐसे ही वैष्णव जाते हैं, उसको बचा के लाते हैं और उसको थोड़ा सुधारते हैं और फिर कृष्ण के पास ले जाते हैं। तो ऐसा प्रणाम करता है तो कृष्ण बोलते हैं ठीक है। हाँ, अगर कृष्णा ऐसा बोल के छोड़ देंगे, कोई नहीं उनको प्रचार करेगा, तो उनका तो कभी उद्धार ही नहीं होगा, है ना। ओके, एक क्वेश्चन मैसेज में आया, इफ यू डू रिक्वायर काउंसलिंग, यस, बट इट शुड बी विद एन क्वालिफाइड लिसनर, आल्सो वन शुड एक्सेप्ट द कर्मा वी आर रिसीविंग टू ऑलरेडी मूव ऑन, नो नीड टू वेस्ट अ मोमेंट वी आर। इज दिस योर क्वेश्चन और इट्स अ स्टेटमेंट? नीलकंठ प्रिया माता जी, not able to understand it really. So let's move on. Maybe you can write it more clarification. Yes, Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे
प्रभु जी आजकल सभी लोग मटेरियल डेवलपमेंट के ऊपर ज्यादा फोकस कर रहे हैं, तो मटेरियल और स्पिरिचुअल डेवलपमेंट दोनों को इक्वली कैसे बैलेंस करें और दोनों इक्वली कैसा ग्रो करें?
बहुत आसान है, दोनों को बैलेंस करना बहुत आसान है। भगवान ने आपको कितने घंटे दिए हैं एक दिन में? 24 घंटे। 12 घंटे भक्ति करो, 12 घंटे बाकी काम करो, हो गया बैलेंस। प्रॉब्लम यह है कि आप ये कर नहीं रहे हो बैलेंस। पर प्रभु जी अब 12 घंटे में काम कैसे होगा, मैं तो 6 घंटा सो जाऊंगा। ठीक है, चलो पहले 24 में से 6 घंटा माइनस करो, 18 बचा। अब 18 को में से 2 घंटा और माइनस करो, चलो खाना पीना नहाना धोना सब हो गया, 16 घंटे बचे। 8 घंटा भक्ति करो, 8 घंटा जॉब करो। 8 घंटा भक्ति कर रहे हो, नहीं कर रहे हो, इसीलिए बैलेंस नहीं हो रहा है। आसान है बड़ा बैलेंस करना, लेकिन हम कर नहीं रहे ना। हमको 16 माला करना नहीं है, हमको गीता भागवत पढ़ना नहीं है, फिर बैलेंस कैसे होगा? आपको चाहिए कि मैं एक बार हरे कृष्णा बोल दूं और बाकी दिन भर मटेरियल में रहूं और सब अच्छा हो, तो स्पिरिचुअल आपने किया ही कहाँ है? बैलेंस करने के लिए तो फिर कम से कम आधा समय तो दीजिए। 8 घंटा तो हमने 1/3 दिया, कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा ना बैलेंस करने के लिए। ऐसे कैसे बैलेंस कर दोगे आप बिना टाइम दिए? टाइम को बैलेंस करो, अपने आप बैलेंस हो जाएगा। आप टाइम भक्ति के लिए दो, ठीक है। Okay, there is one question. What if we can't follow all the rules and regulation of the scriptures in this lifetime? So we try as much as we follow. Some purification is happening. If we can follow everything, we'll go back home. Maybe this lifetime, if we become perfect. If not, then okay. we shouldn't get discouraged next life. But that does not mean that, okay, let me not do anything and next life I'll have, that time I'll do bhakti. Let me do little bhakti every life, like 1%. It will take 100 lifetimes. But Kalyuga will advance. And so the problems will advance in this world. So let us all try to leave this material world and go back to Krishna as soon as possible. Don't give more lives. Let us go back, because Kali Yuga is progressing. You see how problems are increasing. The problems which were not there 40 years ago, they are all prevailing. There was no virus, there was no tsunamis, no hurricanes. 20 years back, these problems were there. No radiation problem, depression problem, suicidal tendency. These problems didn't exist. 50 years back, nobody knew. We never heard what is diabetes 50 years back. Heart attack was a big deal. The big thing, heart attack. Now, every now and then, heart attack. So we should try to follow as much as possible. Pray to Krishna. He'll help us to follow more. Next question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, this is Sahil. Yesterday I went to ISKCON with my family. And sorry?
Which temple of ISKCON?
Prabhuji, in Bangalore. So I've recently relocated to Bangalore with my family because of my job. I'm idly from Mumbai, Thane. Recently, I've relocated to Bangalore with my family because of job purposes. So I visited ISKCON. So this was my second visit. So I feel really nice when I visit the temple and all. But this question never came to my mind until we started this particular course. So when I've entered the temple, we have stairs to climb up to the main temple. And while you climb the stairs, you come across 2 or 3 smaller temples. One was a Narsimha temple, one is a Balaji temple, and one I forgot the name of the god. So now when we are preaching that we only have to believe in the Supreme One, why are there multiple temples? Why isn't there only one single temple, which is the main temple? Why is there a reason for multiple temples in the premises? Is the question that came to my mind yesterday. So I'm just asking you this question.
Understood your question. So if you can mute, because there's a good. See, Lord Narasimha, Lord Balaji, they are also Krishna. They're not different from Krishna. So if there's a temple complex where there's altar of Radha Krishna, there can be Narasimha Dev, there can be Jagannath, there can be Sitaram, Gaurnita, they are there. So if we have built 3 altars, Krishna Balaram, Gaurnita, and Radha Krishna, and then eventually you have more place, so you want to build Lord Narasimha temple, that's all right, because he's Krishna himself. We are not building demigod temples. Narasimha is Krishna, Balaji is Krishna, Rama is Krishna, Varahadev is Krishna, Vamanadev is Krishna. So in the Vedic temples, you will see, like if you go to Tirupati Balaji, there is also Varahaswami temple. There is also Narasimha temple. If you go to Jagannath Puri, there is Narasimha temple. The other temples are also there. So it's all Krishna, different forms. So it's all right. Krishna in different forms, it's all right. There is no problem or nothing is wrong with that, because he is Krishna himself. Is that all right, Sahil Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. I have second question, a little funny question this time. Very unfortunate and funny at the same time, but I've came across these instances with 2 different families in my life. I'm 36-year-old. So couple of them have said that you shouldn't have a Radha Krishna frame in your bedroom.
Yeah, I heard that.
So that causes rift in your marriage or your relationship. And coincidentally and unfortunately, I have two examples where the couple have got divorced. And after that has happened, their parents and their friends have said, "आपको ये नहीं लगाना चाहिए था."
Okay.
Now, when we are, in one direction, we are saying that he is the supreme one, and there is a set of people who believe otherwise. So, in such a situation, if I have to explain, if I want to put across my point without hurting anyone's emotions, how, in what best form I can do that?
Okay. So, many people say you should not keep the poster of Mahabharat in your house because there will be a fight in your house. But tell me one thing. There are so many people who does not have Mahabharat poster paintings in their house. Do they really have peace in their house? What about Muslims? What about Chinese? What about Russians? What about Christians? They don't have Mahabharat painting. Even many Hindus don't have Mahabharat painting and Bhagavad Gita in their house. But do you think they have peaceful life? Two of the families, your example, you gave Radha Krishna picture in their bedroom and there's a rift and they got divorced. What is the divorce rate of India? Less than 1%, but in cities like Bombay, it's like 30%. How many divorces happen on one day in India? Many. Do all of them have Radha Krishna in their bedroom? Muslims don't have Radha Krishna, so they definitely don't have any divorce. Christians don't have Radha Krishna pictures, so definitely they don't have divorce. America, the divorce rate I heard is 0%. Europe, the divorce rate is -1. China, there is no divorces. People haven't heard about divorce. Middle East, there is absolutely no divorce because they don't have Radha Krishna. You're putting Radha Krishna in the bedroom, but are you really worshipping them? If husband and wife both worship Radha Krishna, there will never be any rift and they will never go to divorce. So sometimes the answer to this question you have to give as a counter question, which I did. So you don't, because you cannot explain them. Tell them worship and put a counter question. Put a situation which is the opposite. Where there is no Radha Krishna in bedroom, that does mean that there will be no divorce. Then why there are so many divorces without any Radha Krishna picture? And Sahil Prabhu, you can, I would like to discuss few things, not on this platform, but maybe separately. So you have the number which is 91369. You can ask from your admin, that number of mine, and then message me. I want to discuss something more, which this is not an appropriate platform. Okay, any other question?
From the childhood, we hear that every living entity has soul. Then why we should not? Then why we should? Then why we should not love the animal?
I'm not saying never love animal. We also love it. We never kill animal. That means we love animal. But that does not mean you bring dog to your bedroom. Okay. So is dog an animal? Yes. Is lion an animal? Yes. Why don't you bring lion to your bedroom? Love the lion also. Why you're discriminating between dog and lion? Why people are eating beef and loving dog? Is cow not an animal? Does cow not have a soul? You find so many cockroaches in your kitchen and immediately you bring that Baygon spray and kill all the cockroaches. And you love the dog. Why are you discriminating? Why don't you bring elephant in your house? When you really hug an elephant, it's good. Why don't you bring a bear for your child? Why teddy bear? Why not original bear? Why don't you keep a snake? If you bring snake in your bedroom, it's amazing, you know. There'll be so much unity because all the household, you know, all the people in the house, bachao, bachao, and they will hug each other. They'll be away. So snake is bringing unity in the life. So bring snakes. Why you're discriminating between animals? We are not saying don't love animals. That does not mean you bring animals in the house, especially the dogs which are untouchable. You want to give food to the dog? Give him outside the house. We don't kill any animal. We don't kill any animal. We don't even want to disturb an ant. What to talk about any other animal? Why are you sanitizing your hands and killing so many germs on your hand? Before eating, wash your hand. This corona time, 20 seconds, wash your hand with Dettol. Why? So many germs are, you know, taking shelter on your hand. Why you are, before eating food or otherwise, why you're washing hand and killing those germs? Don't kill them. If you're eating food and somehow you see, if you're eating an apple, you bite and then you see there's a worm. What do? Keep the apple, let the worm eat the apple. So we never say that don't love animals. But everyone has a space. Even human beings, they're different. Okay, you love human beings, go outside your house, there are so many beggars, bring them to your house. Why don't you do that? Give them place. They're human beings, much above the animals. You have 1 BHK, 1 bedroom, hall, kitchen, you are 3 members. Sleep in kitchen and bring 10 people in. Why don't you distribute your salary between the beggars? How much you want? 50,000 rupees? Okay, keep 10,000 rupees for yourself, 40,000 distribute among the beggars. First, we have to understand what is love. Why Krishna has given that soul has done something wrong. That is why Krishna has given that soul the body of a dog. We are not saying don't love dogs. We are not saying kill dogs. We don't harm anyone. But we don't keep them in our bedrooms. Dogs are supposed to be outside the house, not inside. Cows can be inside. Cow can come anywhere. Even the puja room, cow can enter. Then there's some animals like horse, you can keep. Bulls, you can keep. Dog is outside. So we don't kill any animal. We don't disturb them. But we do understand what the love means. Okay. Next question.
Can we chant Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama?
Yes, you can chant Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, but that is a different parampara. We are belonging to ISKCON, so we say Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Definitely Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is prescribed by God. I'm not saying Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama is not a bona fide mantra. It is. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva is also bona fide mantra. There's so many bona fide mantras. All mantras given in the Vedic literature are bona fide. But Krishna is specifically telling that you chant Hare Krishna. So what is the problem? If you still think that you want to chant Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, then it's okay. Chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra and then Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. That's bona fide, definitely. Next.
युधिष्ठिर के साथ स्वर्ग में डॉग गया था, इसका क्या मतलब?
See, वो एक लीला थी कुछ सिखाने के लिए. युधिष्ठिर महाराज गए थे स्वर्ग, बाकी द्रौपदी नहीं गई, 4 पांडव नहीं गए, ऐसा नहीं. वो धर्म सिखाने के लिए था. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट.
Is it allowed to eat beef?
What do you think?
I don't know. मैं हिंदू नहीं हूँ.
So whether you are Hindu, not a Hindu, Whether you are a Muslim, you are Christian, you are Chinese, Russian, whatever you are, it's not allowed.
Okay.
How can
So
we? How can
why
we?
is it not allowed? Like,
Yeah,
is it a holy animal?
no. I'll give your answer. Why it is not allowed to kill any animal in scriptures? The reason is it's not okay. Cow is definitely not considered an animal because it's Krishna's pet. You don't want to disturb the Supreme Lord. But here the point is, why shall I kill someone? Why shall I disturb someone's, journey for my own benefit? Not only cow, any animal. Why shall I kill them? Have I given them birth? No. Do I have capacity to give them birth? No. Even if I have capacity to give birth, suppose you get married and you have one daughter, you have one son, will you kill them? Imagine your daughter who's 3 years old and she is trying to imitate, sometimes daughters, they imitate mothers. So daughter is imitating mother trying to cut some sabji. And in that process, she had a small cut on her finger. Will you be happy? Will you be happy? You keep shaving because beard comes, you have to shave. So sometime uh, there is a cut on your cheek. Do you like it? Is it not painful? If a small cut on our body is so painful, even a small mosquito bite is painful, how much pain we are giving to animal, any animal, when we are chopping their head, when we are killing them. Do you think the Supreme Creator who has created you, me, and those animals will be happy? You think about it. Will he be happy? He has created everyone. He is talking about equal vision. Bhagavad Gita is talking about equal vision. Why there should be discrimination? There's a simple logic. Why shall I see a cow is given, the soul is given cow body for 10 years. So 10 years the cow will live and then she'll die. And then the soul will go. But when the cow is 5 years old, you cut the cow, eat the beef. Now 5 years journey is stuck. Again that soul has to be given. So okay, they have to suffer. But imagine how much suffering will bring. If you disturb a human being, you are put behind bars. If you disturb environment, environmentalists will come and take action against you. Why not action should be taken against those people who eat animals? We are not supposed to kill them. How can I kill anyone who is not given birth by me? And even if I've given birth, will I really kill anyone? So not only cow, yeah, but of all the animals, yes, cow is considered to be the holiest because it's Krishna's own pet. And cow is harmless. You will never see, we have a farmhouse, I told you. We have like 500 cows, bulls, calves. So there was a bull, huge fellow. His name was Govardhan. His weight was more than 1200 kilos, 1200 kilos. And we used to play with him, very naughty fellow. He would like to play with devotees. But only thing, condition that he should not step on your foot. He is 1200 kilos and we are like 70, 80 kilos. Imagine. So, no, he is living his life and he's so happy. So, recently he died, natural death. So that is how it happens. Krishna, so I was telling they are harmless. So even though such a big, hefty bull whose weight is more than 1200 kilos, he would not harm anyone. If a small baby will go and play, he will not harm because cows, they don't harm anyone. Until unless you disturb their calf, they'll not harm. Every mother will get agitated, father will get agitated if the child is disturbed. So that is how every animal should be protected, and cow is most holy, so that is why more protection. Okay, next question.
What is the difference between being spiritual and being religious?
See, actually it's same, but nowadays these words are used. Spiritual, okay, if I have to talk about in this situation today, the religion has just become a man-made thing, a very artificial. But spiritual is about soul. Anything related to spirit is spiritual, and religious has more become a formality. Otherwise religion means duty, dharma. But people have taken it, man-made religions and so many complications. So spirituality is the right word today, because spirituality means connected with spirit or soul. Next question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, day before yesterday, I think you had mentioned that Shiva is our Acharya. Could you please shed some light on it? How Shiva is our Acharya?
Shiva is a devotee. He is a Parama Vaishnava. He is the greatest devotee of Lord Krishna. So definitely I am trying to become a devotee of Krishna. Someone is already a devotee of Krishna. He is my Acharya, that he will teach me. But that is a different parampara. We never disrespect Shiva. But that does not mean we follow that parampara. We follow the parampara which we are coming into. But we don't disrespect that. But still Shiva is an Acharya. Anyone who teaches you how to love God is an Acharya. Anyone. Even Prabhupada said even Jesus is an Acharya. Our Acharya. Because Jesus is teaching everyone to love God. Next question.
प्रभु जी, भैरव जी की सवारी डॉग होता है, तो फिर भी क्या वो लोएस्ट एनिमल हुआ?
Yes. That does not mean ना. भैरव जी की सवारी तो मुझे नहीं पता डॉग होता है. शिव जी नंदी पे चलते हैं. अब दुर्गा माता शेर की सवारी करती है, बब्बर शेर की, तो इसका मतलब क्या जंगल में बब्बर शेर को आप जाके गले लगाओगे? हाँ, दुकान से कैडबरी डेली मिल्क खरीद के लाओगे और बब्बर शेर को बोलोगे बेटा आधा तू खा आधा मैं खाऊंगा. वो बोलेगा बेटा तू पूरा खा ले फिर मैं तेरे को खाऊंगा. तो जाओ ना शेर के साथ भी थोड़ा खेलो. अरे वो सवारी मत गिनो. दे आर नॉट ऑर्डिनरी एनिमल्स. वो उस लेवल पे वो अलग, वो स्पेशल होते हैं. गणपति जी का सवारी चूहा होती है, तो गणपति इतने बड़े हैं, चूहा इतना छोटा सा चलेगा. फिर चूहे को क्यों घर से भगाते हो? क्यों रेटॉल यूज करके चूहे को मार देते हो? क्यों चूहे को अपने बेडरूम में नहीं रखते? चूहे को भी पालो. वो भी तो गणपति जी की सवारी है. गणपति उसकी सवारी करते हैं, तो चूहे को क्यों नहीं पालते? चूहे को देखते लोग बोलते हैं कितना गंदा है, भगाओ इसको. ये भेदभाव करने की बीमारी है हम लोगों में. वो अलग लेवल का है चीजें, उसको अपने लेवल पे मत लाओ ना. कृष्ण मत्स्य अवतार लेते हैं, मछली का अवतार लेते हैं, तो क्या सारी मछलियां कृष्ण के बराबर हो गई? वो अलग शेर है दुर्गा का. वो अलग वाहन है गणपति जी का, भैरव का, शिव जी का नंदी. वो अलग लेवल है. तो फिर जाके ये अच्छा पॉइंट है, जाके लोगों को बताइए शिव जी का वाहन है नंदी और यहाँ लोग बैल को काट रहे हैं. बोलो शिव जी हिसाब ले लेंगे. दम है तो दुर्गा के सवारी को, उसको भी लोग मार ही रहे हैं, शेरों को लोग मार रहे हैं. दुर्गा हिसाब ले. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, what should be a diet for a devotee?
What should be diet for a devotee? Anything, whatever Krishna eats. So vegetarian food without onion, garlic and mushroom, and without that pink masoor ka dal. You can eat everything otherwise. Offer it to Krishna and have it. South Indian, North Indian, West Indian, even people get bewildered seeing prasadam of ISKCON. We have cakes as prasadam, we have pastry as prasadam, we have pani puri prasad, dosa prasad, pizza prasad. People come, pizza prasad? Yes, why not? Krishna eats pizza, so we, whatever Krishna says, whatever you cook, I'll eat if it is in the range. Vegetarian, no onion, no garlic, no mushroom, no masoor dal. Anything which comes, Krishna eats. Why will he not eat? Why you can enjoy a cheese sandwich and Krishna will not have cheese sandwich? Or you like grill sandwich? Okay, then offer Krishna grill sandwich and then eat. No, you don't like grill sandwich, you like Mexican sandwich. Okay, then offer Mexican sandwich to Krishna. He is Jagannath, he can eat everything. So you can have anything you like as per your health, but I told you what to eat, what not to eat. Next question.
Does Krishna really loves to eat kheer?
Yes. Krishna loves anything you give him with love. If you don't have love, Duryodhan prepared 56 bhog for Krishna, but Krishna didn't go to eat at his house because Duryodhan didn't have love. So Krishna, forget about whether Krishna likes or not. If you have love, Krishna will eat. The wife of Vidura, she was feeding the peels of banana, and Krishna was eating. Who likes peels of banana? Will you ever eat peels of banana? Okay, mango peels I have seen some people eating. I also used to eat. In our childhood, we used to eat mango peels. So will you eat banana peels? But Krishna eats. Why? Because Krishna is telling Vidura that Kaki is feeding with so much love. So if you have love, Krishna will eat kacha kheer also. If you have just rice, take some rice, take some milk, take some sugar separately, offer it to Krishna. Oh Krishna, my Lord, I don't know how to cook. There is no gas. Please accept this. And Krishna will accept it because you have love. So love is the most important ingredient. Till the time we don't have love, we use sadhana bhakti. We offer as per rules and regulations. So definitely Krishna likes anything prepared with milk. Krishna likes Karela. Bitter gourd, they say. So Krishna eats everything. Milk product special. Gwala, he likes milk product. Any other question?
Can we believe in astrology predictions according to birth date and time?
Can you believe in astrology prediction? Yes, astrology is a science given in Vedic scriptures, but you have to have a very powerful astrologer. Nowadays, many astrologers, they have just opened the shop. They do not know many things. They do not know anything actually. Just here and there, little bit, what is the big deal? An astrologer can only tell you, they cannot change your life. Bhakti can change your life. So what do you want? You just want to know how will you suffer in future, or you want to actually change that suffering into happiness? Then practice bhakti. Okay, next.
Should we not have desire to earn money to improve our economic conditions? How much money we should earn?
Who's telling you not to earn money, Baba? We never said. How much money you earn without disturbing bhakti, or whatever you want to earn, you earn. It should not happen that you're not chanting, you're not reading, you're not attending classes, and whole day you're busy earning. That's not good. So there is no limit in earning money. Whatever is keeping you satisfied, okay. Engage money in Krishna's service. If you don't engage money in Krishna's service, then you will have to suffer from that. So you have to engage money in Krishna's service. Next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So just on the similar line, we were talking about the astrological prediction. So I strongly believe in that science. So, but I get confused, like the remedies advised by the astrologists, like you need to do praying for the Hanumanji and so mantras. then I get confused whether I should, continuously follow that, or I should chant Hare Krishna mantra. So if you can give some clarity on that, whether what will be the right approach.
So today I'm very happy and I want to give you some gift, but I don't know what to buy and all the stores might be closed by this time. So then I thought I'll give you cash. So what would you like to have? I'll give you, in one envelope, I'll put 3 notes, and in another envelope, I'll put 1 note. So which envelope would you like to take? 3 notes or 1 note? Yes, Ajit Prabhu, which envelope would you like to take? Unmute him.
Of
Yeah.
course, with the 3.
Yeah, so there are 3 notes of 10 rupees each, and there is 1 note of 2000 rupees. Bad luck. What is the currency? Or maybe in one there were 3 500 rupees note, which is 1500 rupees, and another there was $100 note, which is 7500 rupees. So if you have a 2000 rupees note, then you don't need small chiller. So Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and Bhakti is like this 2000 rupee note, 2000 rupees note. You don't need anything else. Everything, 10 rupees note, 20 rupees notes, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 500 rupees, everything is within that 2000. So just enjoy 2000 rupees note. That is Bhakti. Okay, next.
Anirudh Prabhu, please unmute.
Okay, let us stick to the topic. We are drifting far away from the topic.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Narinder. This is Narinder. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, छोटा सा क्वेश्चन एक और है.
टॉपिक से रिलेटेड होना चाहिए.
टॉपिक से रिलेटेड ही है. आपने भक्ति के बारे में काफी बताया है. तो स्पिरिचुअल एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं, चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं और क्या बोलते हैं पूजा कर रहे हैं एंड क्या बोलते हैं भगवद गीता पढ़ रहे, डिफरेंट पढ़ रहे हैं, पर ये फील नहीं होता कि कितना अचीव कर लिया. जैसे मटेरियल में 12 घंटे काम कर लेते हैं, 8 घंटे, तो दिखता है कि ये है, यहाँ नहीं मालूम पड़ता. और अगर मटेरियल में ज्यादा इन्वॉल्व होते हैं तो स्पिरिचुअल भी और छूट जाता है, स्पिरिचुअल में हो गया तो मटेरियल छूट जाता. व्हाट हैपन, व्हाई इट्स हैपनिंग?
Okay, you can mute yourself. So देखिए, जब आप खाना खाते हैं तो हमें अपने आप संतुष्टि महसूस होती है. हमें पता पड़ जाता है मेरा पेट भर गया. आप ऐसा नहीं है कि 100 डायल करते हैं, हेलो पुलिस स्टेशन, मैं खाना खा रहा हूँ, मैंने 6 चपाती, 2 बाटी सब्जी का खाया, आधी बाटी चावल और 2 बाटी दाल लाया, 2 पापड़ और थोड़ा सा अचार खाया, मेरा पेट भरा कि नहीं भरा? अच्छा, पुलिस स्टेशन में नहीं पता पड़ेगा. अच्छा, मैं डॉक्टर को फोन करता हूँ, हेलो डॉक्टर साहब, आप तो मेरा फैमिली डॉक्टर है, मैंने इतना खाया, मेरा पेट भरा कि नहीं भरा? मैं कैसे बता सकता हूँ? आप किसी का सर्टिफिकेट नहीं लेते, आपका पेट भर जाता है, अपने आप आपको पता पड़ जाता है ना. आप जॉब करते हो, आपको पता पड़ता है इतना काम किया, इतना काम किया, लेकिन आप खाना खा रहे हो तो भी पता पड़ रहा है. वो भी मटेरियल है लेकिन सटल है. जब भक्ति करोगे, आप चैंटिंग करोगे, रीडिंग करोगे, लेक्चर सुनोगे, तो आपको एक अंदर से महसूस होगा कि हाँ, अच्छा लगा मेरे को ना. उसको और बढ़ाते जाइए, है ना. भक्ति इज मेजरेबल. कभी कभी अच्छा नहीं भी लगेगा तो भी भक्ति करना चाहिए. जैसे आप जॉब करते हैं तो आपको सैलरी मिलती है 30 दिन बाद, 30 दिन तक आपको काम कराया जाता है. तो वैसे ही आप हरे कृष्ण मंत्र जप करिए, गीता भागवत पढ़िए, लेक्चर सुनिए, भक्तों का संग लीजिए, प्रसाद खाइए. ये कृष्ण ने कह दिया है, बस करते रहिए, आपको सैलरी मिल जाएगी जब समय आएगा, है ना. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
This was the last question, Puji.
Okay, so we stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.